Okay, in this video, we will talk about the trellis layout in Splunk dashboard. Okay, so trellis layouts are generally used to split a particular search result by a field or by a aggregation. Okay, now which is very much used to visualize the data by field values. Okay, so it will give you more insight about the data. We will see a couple of examples today as well. Okay, and by a single search you can handle a lot of stuff over there. Okay, so we will be creating a dashboard something like this one. So before that one, let me show you the data I have today. So basically it is the Splunk tutorial data. If you know, Splunk provides a tutorial data for Buttercup Games website, right? So I downloaded the data, so I'll be giving that link as well in my video description from where you can download. So that data is basically every day it gets updated. So you will always get a very decent data when you download from the Splunk website. Okay, so I indexed that data into my main index over here. If we just search for last 7 days, so we have like this much data. And if you see the source type, we have like access command, secure, log, and vendor sales data, right? Now also they provide a lookup file called prices. Now if I just show you, I created that lookup as well, input lookup prices. Okay, so in this particular lookup file, we have the product ID, product name, sale price, and the price. Okay, so if you see in that main event, if I just filter based on that access combined data source type, so you will see the product IDs over here. So product IDs over here. Okay, if you want to know the sale price or price of that product, you need to look up to this prices lookup over here. Okay, so and if you see, there is a field called action over here. So basically this is the website data, right? So if users are adding to cart or purchasing or removing item from their cart, so all these events are getting indexed over here. Okay, so now we are talking about the trellis layout, right? So if I just say, let's say I will just filter about action equals to purchase for this particular access combined data. Okay, now if I just wanted to understand each and every product category like strategy game, arcade, tea, those kind of game categories, what are the different number of purchases happened in last 7 days. Okay, so we can write something like this one, chart. Either you can use chart or stats, it will be similar. Chart count by the category ID, right? So let me copy this one, the category ID over here, right? So this is telling me like for each and every category what are the different items, number of items has been purchased for last 7 days over here, right? Now think about it. Now if I want to visualize this one using a single value, okay, it won't be possible. Let me show you over here, because single value visualization require a single value output, right? So over here we have multiple counts over here, right? So this is one challenge over here. Now another one is like if I just wanted to see for each and every category wise the visualization for the single value. So either I have to write this many number of searches, right, for each and every category. Now think about it, in future if you are adding more categories, you need to come up over here and change your dashboard code to add that result for that single value for that category as well. Okay, which is not a feasible solution in those scenarios, right, where you are basically planning to see categories or for a particular field value wise visualizations, either single value or bar chart or column chart. Okay, and you do not want to create multiple searches for those single values or charts, you can always use the trellis chart over here. So this is the option over here called trellis. Okay, now if you see, by default it is turned off. Okay, so if I just turn it on, now if you see it's asked for a split by field, Okay, so that split by field will basically determine how many numbers of charts will be created over here. Now over here I have only that category ID field in my search result, and also either you can do split with a field or you can do split with the aggregation as well. Aggregation will see it. Okay, so if you see it over here, you can choose that particular field from your search result. So that particular field has to present in your search result, otherwise it won't show up over here in the drop down. So if you select that split by field, now if you see, you can select the single value as well. For each and every category of game over here, it is creating a separate single value over here. Okay, so this is the basic concept behind a trellis layout. Now today we'll try to create this particular dashboard, where just now I have shown you like how to do this one, right? For each and every category wise, we will be creating a single value. Okay, we'll be creating each and every category wise their bar charts. Okay, so sorry, not the category wise, we'll be creating this bar chart action wise. Okay, and in each and every bar chart we'll be showing the category wise distribution over there. Okay, so this is we are splitting by multiple fields over here, we'll see that one. Okay, so this is the column chart representation of that same stuff, but this time it is the category wise. Okay, so and we will try to create a graph with the aggregation as well, splitting by the aggregation in trellis layout. Okay, and also we will see the drill down portion as well. Like if I click on any chart over here, how the drill down works over there. Okay, and we'll also see like if there are some predefined tokens Splunk setup when you use the trellis layout for the split by field, we'll see how to access them as well over there. Okay, so to start with, we did this one, right? We created a trellis layout of the single value field from our search result. Now if you see, we are able to achieve this one by using a single search query over here, right? We do not need to write multiple search query for each and every category over here. Now in Trellis there is an option called size as well. If you see, so either you can choose small size where the whole number of panels will be formatted, or it will be aligned in such a way that it will take lesser space. Either you can go for medium size or you can go for large size as well. So it depends on the use case, you need to choose correspondingly. Okay, so I will choose the medium one. So these three things you can do, these three options you can do from the trellis layout. Okay, we'll see from the simple XML point of view as well what are the things it is creating behind the scene. Okay, we'll see that one when we'll add this one, but before that let me try to format that as well. Okay, now there is another option we will see when we'll talk about bar chart during the trellis. Okay, now we'll see that one when we'll talk about bar chart, but let us try to see if we can do the formatting stuff. Okay, now formatting, if we apply any formatting right over here, so that formatting will be applicable for all the charts over here. Okay, so if you see, like based on this ranges, it is correspondingly selecting the colors over here, right? Let us give us 200 here. Okay, just to make it better. Okay, so if you see it, like based on whatever I am selecting, this ranges over here, color ranges, it is correspondingly applying to all of these single values over here as well. So let us do this one as well. Okay, so we created this stuff over here. Let us add to a dashboard panel. Okay, we'll say new trellis dashboard, new trellis dashboard. Okay, we'll save it, we'll view the dashboard. Okay, we created the first panel over here. Okay, let us try to work on the second panel over here, where we will be basically distributing this one based on basically splitting this whole visualization based on that action over here. Okay, so for that what we will do is we will take this particular search only. Okay, so now instead of counting by category, we'll just remove this action equals to purchase, because we need to consider all of these actions now. Okay, and we will count by action comma category ID. Okay, so these two things, if you see now, it is creating a chart of actions versus category, right? We'll again go to visualizations over here. Okay, we will select the bar chart now. Okay, let us see. Now in normal way it looks like this one, right? Until and unless we are configuring Trellis over here. So if I just click on Trellis over here, use Trellis. So now the split by field, we will, if you see in my split by field, two things are coming up now, because in my chart output there are two things, right? Actions and category, right? So both of the things are coming up now. We'll be choosing action over here because we intended to do so. Now if you see, when we selected bar chart here, there is a scale stuff coming up over here, right? So the scale means either all of these charts will be sharing the scale, or they have their independent scale as well. If you see each and every bar chart over here, this value, the count value, will be different, right? So if I either, you can make it, if you use this shared scale, right? So whenever your count values are very small, if it is you and other charts has count value as high, it will basically normalize this scale, right? If you see, it is using the same scale value for all of these charts over here. So in those cases, the small value will be appearing more smaller, right? But in those scenarios, maybe you can use the independent scale over here, so that the small values will have better visibilities over here, because it will be using separate scaling for each of these charts over here. Okay, so this is the another aspect of the Trellis chart, where we are using the scaling part, right? So let us add this guy as well over here, or maybe in my dashboard where I am using the column chart, right? So let us try to use column chart only. You see, it is similar whatever visualizations you do. Okay, we will be adding the drill down over here to this column charts as well, but that is the latter part. So we will add to this dashboard panel, to the existing dashboard panel. So new Trellis dashboard, save it. Okay, now let us try to see from the back end what are the things it's created at the XML level. Okay, so we just created the two dashboards panel over here. Let us go to edit, source. Okay, now whenever you enable a Trellis, so these options, if you see Trellis.enable equals to 1 has been checked. Okay, so this, even if you want to work purely from the XML level, you have to add this guy over here if you want to enable the Trellis. Okay, now if you want to enable or disable the shared scale, so this is the options for you. Okay, and if you want to play with the size of the Trellis, the size is either you can set up medium, small, or large based on your requirement. So that is the options over here. And the split by field is called Trellis.splitby. So here you can give a split by field name over here, right? So these four options like are basically applicable for the Trellis layout charts. Okay, so this is one stuff. Now let's talk about first Trellis by aggregation. Okay, then we will come back to our drill down stuff over here. Okay, so another thing I just remember, this sharing option, right? This shared scale or independent scale is only available for this kind of charts like bar chart, line and area chart, column chart, and choreograph map. Okay, otherwise it for other visualizations this is not available, as we have seen earlier as well. For single value it was not available over there. Okay, now let us try to create a Trellis layout based on the aggregation. For that, what we'll do is, for each and every product ID, right, we will take its sale price. So we'll just look up, as I show you, we created a prices lookup, right? So prices, so product ID is the field in our lookup, right? This is the product ID, and product ID is also filled in our index as I have shown you earlier. Okay, and output, let's say I will just take sale underscore price over here. Okay, sale price over here. Now we'll say stats, even as I told, chart or stats doesn't matter. Stats count by action and category ID. So let us try to see the output first. Okay, so we basically created, okay, so stats count comma, we want to know the average of sell price as well. Okay, sell price as sell underscore price underscore avg. Okay, so we are basically doing couple of aggregations over here, right? We are taking one way, we are taking the count for each and every action and category wise distribution, right? And also we are taking the sell price average as well over there, right? Now let us go to visualizations. This time we will choose the bar chart. Okay, now this time we want to trellis by aggregation for here. If you see, there are two aggregations, count sell and the price average over here. Whenever I selected that one, right? So if you see it over here, for each and every combination of it, right? So it is creating two trellis chart, basically count and the sell price average over here, right? So basically we are visualizing or comparing this two stuff, counting and the average pricing over here. Okay, based on the trellis layout over here as well. Okay, so if you see like this kind of scenarios, you can use the trellis layout over here, right? You do not need to create multiple searches over here, and this specifically improve your dashboard performance as well. So if I just save it as dashboard panel in the same way, so we will be using new trellis dashboard, save it. Okay, and if I just wanted to see it now, okay, so this is the one we just created over here. Okay, so this is the splitting by, this is the splitting by aggregation over here. Okay, now let us talk about the drill down. Okay, now let us see if I just missed anything over here. So there is a bar graph. I think this one is fairly easy, because let us try to create that one. Okay, for that what we'll do is we can remove this one, because that's the stuff only based on that. Okay, we'll just take the count over here as well, so only take the count. Okay, so here basically we are distributing based on category over here. Okay, so we'll still need the count by action category, Control Z. So count by action and category, because over here we are distributing this, or we are basically splitting this graph based on the category, but each and every category base, why we are showing up different actions as well, right? So we will go to visualizations, we will select bar chart now. Okay, in the trellis we will select by category ID over here. If you see, so this is the stuff, and in the format now you can give the x-axis title, you can give the y-axis title as well. Okay, so that it will show up actions and count over here as well. So let us try to add this one as a in my dashboard panel as well. New trellis dashboard, save. Okay, so we added that one. Now we will talk about the drill down part of this particular stuff. Okay, so we added this guy as well. Now over here, before I jump onto trellis, before I jump onto the drill down part. Okay, so if you see, like, trellis create charts, or basically divide charts based on that field values, right? So if you have very higher number of field values, in those cases maybe it will create a scroll bar over here. Okay, so you need to decide, like, if it is very huge, then maybe based on the size you can play around with the size or size stuff over here as well, so that it fits into that single row. And generally when we create dashboards, right, so Generally we do not create other panels in the same row where we have the Trellis panels, otherwise it will become clumsy. So it will very short span, it has to render a lot of stuff over there, right? So generally we do not do that. That's the best practice Splunk recommend. Okay, so let us try to enable the drill down over here for this column chart. Okay, you can do the same stuff for bar chart as well. So for that, what we'll do is we'll click on this part and we'll click on edit drill down over here. Okay, so on click, let's say first we will see the link to search. That means if we are clicking on a portion of the graph, whether it is searching with proper stuff or not, let us try to see if it is doing that one or not. Okay, now before that, what I'll do is I will also format this one so that we will understand the x-axis and the y-axis value over here as well. Okay, so category ID and the count over here, right? So let us save it. Now let's say if I click on over here, let's say category ID null. Okay, let's say I'm clicking over here in the strategy, right? So it should open up a search because we have linked it search over here. If you see, the action equals to add to cart and the category ID equals to strategy over here, right? So if I just go back over here, let us try to see. This is the action cart, add to cart, right? So this is also passed to the search, and this is also passed to the search in our the portion of the graph we are clicking on over here, right? So you can implement drill down over here as well. Okay, now when we work with Trellis layout, so there are couple of tokens Splunk sets when we enable the Trellis layout. Okay, so let us try to see that one. Now the token values are the split by field value and the split by field name over here. Okay, so for that, let us try to change this particular drill down only. Okay, so while drilling down only, those tokens will be available. So if I just go to drill down over here, okay, so currently we have set up link to search, right? So let us try to link to a custom URL. We will try to search in Google. I'll just try to show you that those token values sets up by Splunk. Okay, so we will just try to see the value whether it is passing to this URL or not. HTTPS www.google.com/search. This is how, when you search something in Google, this is how the URL will be looking like. Q is the query parameter over here. Okay, over here we'll be passing that token called Trellis dot name. Let's say first we'll try to see, there are two tokens over here, Trellis dot name IES. Okay, it's TRELLIS, Trellis dot name and Trellis dot value. Okay, open in new tab. So if I just apply over here, save it. Now if I just click on something over here, let's say I'll be clicking on this guy arcade over here, right? So it should open a Google search with the action, right? So even though we clicked on this arcade, right, because this particular Trellis layout is split by the action field, right? This add to cart, change quantity, these are the action field values, right? So that's why in the Google it is searching as actions over here. That means we have used the Trellis.name over there, right? So the name of this field is the action field. So that's why it is searching with action over here. Okay, now let us try to see what if I do this one, change this one to Trellis dot value. Okay, so this is the value of that split by field. This is the value of that split by field. Okay, so if I just save it, now what should be the search? If I just click on any graph over here, the value will be purchased because this is the value of the split by field over here, right? So if I just click on over here, so if you see, it is searching with purchase over here. Okay, you have to understand this one. So it is not searching with the value of this category ID over here. It is searching with the set token is set up with the name and the value of the split by field over here. Okay, so that thing you need to remember. Otherwise, if you want the normal drill down options, then this is the option. Like we just now we set it up, right? So we cannot use those two token values over there, right? So you have to use the normal way how Splunk is setting up over there. Okay, so this is the like overall concept behind a Trellis layout. Now, as I told you, like there are specific use cases where you do not want to use multiple searches for if you want to see like for a field value wise distributions or visualizations, or if you want to compare something based on a field value in your visualizations, or if you want to compare something based on the aggregation you are doing in your search query, I think Trellis layout will be the best option because you do not have to create multiple searches in those scenarios. Okay, hopefully this is helpful. See you in next video.